Okay, welcome back. From the previous video we just covered hatching lines and also the cutting plane. So from this video now we will be focusing on sectional views. So these are some of the sectional views that we have. So we are having a full sectional view, half sectional view, offset sectional view, and broken out section views. Okay, so let's start with full sectional views. In full sectional views, we cut the half of the object. So which means we cut, if we have an object, we're just gonna cut the whole length of the object, the half of it. And then the cutting plane passes throughout the object, and then normally in this full section view, the view is replaced with the full sectional view. So this you will see it on the next example. And also the section lined areas are those portions that have been in actual contact with the cutting plane. Okay, so for example, here they are saying that the sectioned areas, let's say for example you are cutting a metal with a hacksaw. After cutting, you want to find out that the section that you have been cutted, it is having the rough surface. So that is where you have to cut. Okay, here shows an example of the sectional view. So let's focus on the left side of this. So here you are given a drawing in third angle projection, and then you are having a top view here, you are having a front view, and then also the right view on this side. So this is the isometric view of the drawing. Alright, so here they say that you have to cut at section AA, so which means you cut from this side here going all the way to the end. So remember, they say that the full sectional view, you cut the half of the drawing. So you can see that here they just cut the half of this drawing. So they just cut it at the midpoint. So similarly with section BB here, you can see that they just cut it here at the midpoint of this drawing. Okay, so when the question comes, it will be looking like this. Okay, then now we have to section this part. Now we have to we have to cut section AA and also cut section BB. Okay, so here we are cutting section AA. So after cutting section AA, remember we have to look at look at the directions here. So after cutting it, we're just gonna look as if we are standing here. I will show it with a 3D drawing just now. Okay, so like here, so we are cutting section AA here, and then this is where the arrows are pointing, point AA. So after cutting it here, we are just gonna look at this one. So if you look at the picture on your right, you can see that after cutting, then our section view will look like this. So you can see on the section view, we are having a rough surface. So that rough surface, remember, they say that you're gonna section where the cutting plane has touched the drawing. So if you look at this drawing, this is where the plane has cut it. It has just passed through this point here. So after cutting it here, we are gonna look at this point. So using this view, so like here, as you can see, section AA, it is just this one, the one that it just looks similar with this one. So this is section AA. Then we just hatching the areas where the cutting plane has passed through. So you can see the cutting plane AA here passed from here, and then it went all the way to the other end of the drawing. Okay, so now if you look at the section BB, we just started cutting from the top here and then went all the way down to this point here. So now look at the arrow is pointing towards the left side, so which means we'll be standing at the right side and then looking this side. So to demonstrate it into 3D, let's look at this picture here. So we are having a cutting plane BB here. We cut at the middle, and then after we cut it, then we are having this drawing here, and then this is our view. So we will be standing here and then viewing this drawing from this side, so which is from the right view. So this is the side that we're gonna hatch. So you can see the rough surfaces where we're gonna do the hatching, and then here it is the hatching. Okay, and another thing to note here, it is the hatching lines. You can see that the hatching lines, they go on the same direction, and then at some point they are not crossing the drawing. You can see like here they are not crossing here because this point here, it was a hole. So if you are cutting through a hole, it means you're not cutting on anything, so you just leave them out like this. So you can see all the hatching lines, they are going on the same direction, they're not changing any direction. So similar on even on section BB here, you can see the hatching lines, they are going on the same direction, and even the spacing between them, you can see that they are equal. So that is how you do the hatching. Alright, so this is about the half sectional view. So it is like this. So you are cutting the half of the whole drawing or the whole object. So at the end it will look like this. Okay, now another one, it is the half sectional view. So half sectional views, generally they are used on the symmetrically shaped parts. So if you find the parts that are symmetrical to each other, then you will likely going to be able to do the half sectional view. The cutting plane lines cuts halfway through the part and removes 1/4 of the material. So let's look at the drawing on your right. So here we are having a sectional a cutting plane here, which is starting from this point here, going inside the drawing, and then there at the midpoint it turns and then comes back this side. You can see here we just took out 1/4 of the drawing. So from there to there, this side here, it will be the 1/4 of that drawing. Okay, so the same way with the arrows, you see after cutting we have to look at that side, the arrow of the cutting plane, so it is pointing upwards there. Then if we look at the 3D drawing now, you can see that we just cut it from there, going there to the center and then coming back there. So we have cutted this 1/4 of this drawing here, and then now we have to look at this one here. So we're going to take this as our view because the cutting, then it was pointing towards that side. So this is where we have to view the drawing. So now if you are standing at front view here, so you can see that you will see one side of the drawing, it will be smooth, and then the other side will be a rough surface. So which means the rough surface, remember, it is where you're gonna be cutting. So I'm looking at this orthographic view of the same drawing. You can see 1/2 it is still smooth because we just cutted only half of it, and then the other side it is a rough one. So we're gonna hatch on this one here, the rough surface. So similar to the right view, if you are looking from the right view, this is what you will see. You will see one half which is rough, and then the other side which is smooth. So this is the view in orthographic view. So this is where you will be hatching. You will be hatching here, and then as a result, this is the answer for section AA. So here we didn't make section BB, but it will still look like this one here, of which we will only going to be hatching one side or one half of it. So that is about section, half section. So we just covered half section and also a full section. So on the next, we will continue with the next topics on the next video.